promotions for video games.
I'm John Mogio. Everybody calls me Moj. I'm a graphic designer from San Francisco.
This
is Tibet Diary.
This is Tibet Diary.
This is Tibet Diary.
I've never been to Tibet, and the reason I want to go is in part just because I've been working in America from 9 to 6 on weekdays for the last 6 years, and I've just felt a little bit claustrophobic. I just got my first mortgage, and it was the most overwhelming sort of claustrophobic feeling I had ever had. So there's a little bit of just natural wanderlust, and then Tibet seemed like about as far as I could possibly go.
I've never been to Tibet. I've seen a handful of pictures, and I've heard tale of it. It's got sort of a mystique, I guess, that's very attractive. I'm going to try and get all this into this. It's so not going to happen. I have a lot of trouble envisioning what the trip is going to be. I don't really know enough about where I'm going and what I'm going to see to really get an idea. I can't picture it in my head. I can't imagine it. I've seen a handful of photos, and I've heard tales. I've got a friend who's been to Tibet a couple of times, and whenever he talks about it, he gets this just sort of dreamy, faraway, happy look in his face. So just based on that, I'm pretty sure I'm in for a really special experience. Take 1 tablet by mouth twice daily. Begin 24 hours before high altitude travel. Continue until 24 hours after max altitude reached.
I haven't had a lot of special advice about going over there because not a lot of people have been. And one of the telling things is where I work, I can reach 2,000 people with an email, and I sent an email out asking for advice about what to pack or what to see and do, and I didn't get a single response about someone that had been to Tibet. And then the pile of stuff that's somehow going to go into a bag is over there on the floor. And for the past week or so, I've just been digging out travel stuff that I already owned and buying some stuff and throwing it on the floor there. So somehow that's all going to have to go into a small bag. A lot of what I know about Tibet is based on the sort of Free Tibet campaign and then movies, and I don't know how realistic those are in portraying the day-to-day life of Tibetans. This is a sleep sack, and it's a lightweight sleep thing to help keep like bed bugs and lice at bay, even though it doesn't really work. I just like it because it's comfortable, and I'm going to bring it, but I don't know if I'll actually use it. What
little I know about the Tibetan political situation is that it's a mess. I know they're claimed by China, and the claim on China is sort of based on ancient history, and it's kind of a tenuous claim, although they went in there, they took it. A book on Tibet to read for fun. Bungee cords, because you never know. China's official position is to protect the Tibetan culture, but the sort of unofficial position seems to be to assimilate the culture and kind of meld it into the Chinese culture and water it down, if not make it completely disappear. So I'm very curious, I guess worried really, about what's going to happen in the long run. Is Tibet really going to continue to exist, or is it just going to become an artifact? I don't need any of that. I can't wait to go. I want to go now.
I don't know a whole lot about the political situation in Tibet, other than that they would like to be an autonomous region and regain their independence. I know that there's been a lot of struggle there, a lot of genocide, and a lot of things we probably haven't heard over here in the West. And I just don't know if that's something that they would ever be able to achieve. And I'm not sure how my going to Tibet affects the political side of things there. I worry that it might be supporting the Chinese government and making Tibet into more of a Disneyland tourist region. I have concerns about going, but I also have heard that it's good to go and see the Tibetan culture as it exists today and learn about it and bring it back home with you.
I think the best part of the trip is going to be the trip. I'm going to Tibet. You know, what's not going to be great about it?
We're in Tibet. This is, I think, one of the most spectacular airports I've ever seen. Just nestled right in the middle of these, just tucked into these hills. And I can already tell I'm going to have trouble breathing. I'm getting out of breath just saying this. Maybe it's just the excitement, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the 12,000 feet.
I can't tell if I'm dizzy with excitement or lack of oxygen, but this is the most astounding scenery I've ever seen at an airport, and it is by far exceeding my expectations. So I'm glad we're in Tibet finally, and I can't wait to get acclimated and start hiking around and seeing more of it.
Thank you very much.